we last left you, building this cage, getting it set into place. You can see I already have a couple rocks on there just holding stuff down. What's next? Oh, welcome back to the journey, folks. Yes, what is next indeed? We are going to be digging trenches and also digging out the area over here for the stairs. Now, as I'm recording this, tomorrow we're going to be going and picking up a few more things that we need. But I'm going to go ahead and get the ditch dug into the yard. That way I know that water will be draining out of here in the event that we do get rain. And then I'm not going to dig the ditch down the driveway just yet, not until I know that I have the rock. We're going to be getting a pile of rock over here along with the other stuff that I need, because I need to be able to have the truck drive over that area of where the ditch needs to go to dump the rock back here for all of our drainage stuff. Well, the problem is we have a rock crusher here locally in town, but they do not carry the clean crush of what we need for a drainage type system like a French drain. So my truck driver that I hire has to go to another town further down, and that just makes it a little more expensive to get what I need. So with that being said, may or may not have to wait just a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. So let's go ahead and go get the backhoe back onto the tractor. Let's start digging a ditch. Alright folks, so the ramp is here basically so I can do stairs. Now as this comes down, plus my battery's about to die, so this is coming down, I have to dig a trench over there where that orange line is. Now once it comes back here, this is pretty much already set where it needs to be. So basically the pipe will be sitting right here almost at this ground level. I can clean up a little bit with shovel just to get it nice and flat, but then it'll come down here, and then once it comes here, it actually has to go down some because I'm putting the T underneath my stairs. Be much easier to move rocks and stuff at a stair in the event that I have to do anything with this. And then from here it continues to go down, right? So it'll go from a T and then kind of down a little bit to go out. So yeah, but she told me she had to take off to go get the kiddo. We're gonna be babysitting Grace's cat while she's going to her mom's for the holidays. So she's gonna do that, and I guess I have to go pull out bread. She's making bread, I guess, of something for dinner, and said it had 9 minutes to go. Don't let it burn. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and shut everything down and show y'all this. All right, y'all. So let me go get the bread so it doesn't burn. All right, so that time. Yeah, I got about 4 minutes left. Ooh, that's looking good. But I stepped into the house and I was like, ooh, man, that smells really good. Because, ooh, she also made some dessert. Yummy. And boom, just like that, we got a load of rocks. Also have the pipes and stuff that we need in the back of the truck. So, all that's left to do now is let's go install it. Unroll. Maybe. Really? Someone put their trash in there? Okay, so I went ahead and got, well, I already had a Y, but I ended up getting another section here. So this is going to be for future. So whenever we get our gutters, we can just do our downspout directly to that. It'll just go straight out. And then I'll connect that Y in here. And then obviously come down this, just make sure that it's not sitting on any of the roots, whatnot. So this is solid pipe. It's not perforated like this one. So this is just strictly drainage to get the water from here, the main point of where most of the water comes from, trap it, and then send it all the way down. Now, obviously, is this still going to get wet when it rains? Sure, but it's not going to like flood out our yard, right? So this one over here is perforated. So this is the one that has all the holes in it, right, to let water in. So this one, now I need to dig the ditch here, and then get some rocks in there, get some fabric in there, get the pipe in there, wrap it again, more rocks, be done. All right, let's get to work. Another one of those will be good.
With a bra. Are they seeing me?
Yeah.
Well, we can cut that out and zoom in. Okay. Sorry.
All right, trench is dug all the way. I've already went through here, just kind of cleaned off the bottom. Man, this is big rock right here. Whew, man, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get that out, but I did. That's actually the biggest rock I have personally dug out of the ground on this property since we've been here. But that's all good to go. So we even cleaned up behind the cage a little bit. So once, basically from the starting point to here, it's hard to see on camera, but it's probably about a almost 3 foot difference. But then once it gets here behind the cage, this is almost flat, fairly flat. But that's fine because it's still going to go this direction because it's not going to be able to go there. It's still going to be able to come over here to this line and then shoo, go out. So, and then you've already got that all done. So that's all put back together. That's good to go. I didn't want to start covering this until this was done. That way I can just cover everything at the same time. But since I do not have the cage filled with the rocks yet, it's still kind of, tipsy. So, right? Because it doesn't have any weight to it. So I think what I'm going to do for right now is I do have... So this one's taller. I'm going to go ahead and drive in a T-post down below the surface right here at these center portions. That way I can kind of tie it off to it. It's going to help it keep the rigidity on the tallest portion of this. And then if I need to, down here at the small one, I think I have some small pieces of rebar or some rod that I can hammer in over here and kind of do the same thing, just to give this some rigidity as we're backfilling and doing other stuff. I'm not going to backfill this completely until this is full, but for everything else, I don't want this to move, right, until we get to that point that we're ready to fill it.
All right, here we are. The other battery died on the other camera. Anson's right here. Cutting up that pipe quick, and it's drizzling, guys. So we gotta beat the rain before it does get even more wet. We lay down the, what is this called? Yeah, that.
Landscape fabric.
The landscape fabric. Now we gotta unwind this. and lay it down as you go. You know what? Maybe easier to cut some wood the other way. Bam!
Unroll it.
I'm done. Grab it. It's all over. Now start walking. Alrighty then. Cool stuff. Alrighty.
Probably should have grabbed 2 cats, but I did.
Well, grab what you can. Is it supposed to be wrapped?
Yeah.
Okay. That part needs to be wrapped. That one over there. It was by your side.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start grabbing some rock.
Yeah. Alright, let me take y'all for a trip here. Okay guys, so we are completely done wrapping. So there it goes, the pipe all the way to the end over there. We just missed a little bit of the fabric. Anson is actually taking the tractor over to the back currently, and to try to get those rocks so that we can pour it all over this. That's gonna be fun. Woohoo! There he comes. I don't know if he's gonna move the dirt first and then get the rocks in there, or just get the rocks in and go over. Yeah, he'll probably get the rocks and go over. Yeah, I believe so, guys. I believe. Sorry about that. Let me just straighten y'all out a bit. Yeah, 'cause it's pretty wonky right here. look at all that dust. We have laid down the rock here down the path. Anson will clean it up in a bit. Whee! Let me do it a little slowly so I don't get y'all dizzy. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Now, let me show the hubby. He is locking that in because we don't need it anymore. We've done all the digging we need to.
That starts to sag, so I gotta put the pin in.
Yeah, like your pants.
Can't have it sagging.
Whatever. Okay, so it's time to pretty much cover this hole up so I don't have a moat in front of my house. Okay. Whee! Yeah. Don't push it in. In other words, just drop it because you're going to move that. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, because if you push it in the beginning, you're going to either bring that that drain up or move it or shift it, and we don't want that problem. There we go. So amazing. I'm happy with it. This is all he has left to do. All right, catch you in a bit.
All right, that's about as good as it's gonna get for right meow. I mean, obviously trying to level land with just a bucket, you know, not the greatest. So we'll continue getting this thing filled in. Pretty much got this one. I mean, same thing, right? I just gotta get land leveled. So, but it's all covered all the way down. And then other than just leveling out the land, which none of our land right here is level. I mean, there's little dips and bumps and stuff, all kinds, all over the place. So basically getting in here, you know, with some type of either, well, I mean, even the box blade or whatnot. But at some point, I want to be able to bring in some topsoil, just bring in a nice layer of topsoil and get it all leveled out, right? But, and then obviously more rocks and stuff like that for the driveway. But as you can see, sun's going down. We still kind of beat the rain. It did start to sprinkle on me there for quite a bit as I was doing all this stuff with the tractor. But it held off, thank goodness. So, that's it. So, another check in the box. And yeah, if you continue to enjoy our journey and help us grow, share us out, it's greatly appreciated. If you'd like to stick around a little bit further on this journey we call life, YouTube suggests that you watch this video right here, or we have the whole year's playlist over on the side. It continues to grow as the year progresses. Icons up here at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check that out, it's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. Whew, we'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.